Hi guys, now the question that we have for tonight is which male body parts do girls hate?
Really big feet, little toes.
I don't know, like if I'm spooning with my boyfriend and he like rubs his like feet against my leg and I'm like,
Really?
yeah, that's more like a general thing though as well.
The ankles.
Well, we don't like a hairy balls, big toe, feet,
The stomach.
I would agree with toes, but I think that's because out of my own body parts, I really dislike feet.
Which body part plays like an important role in like dating?
For me, faces are more attractive. Also height maybe.
Would you date a guy who had like small hands and small feet?
Yeah. I'd prefer big hands if I'm honest.
I wouldn't look at someone's hands.
I wouldn't be like, you've got small hands, so I'm not interested. I wouldn't turn him away. But if I could choose, he'd have bigger hands.
There's no particular body part that I actually hate. I think it's more that there's certain ones I really love, but there's no ones that I would say I don't like.
Really? Okay.
Well, nothing in specific, like nothing in particular.
Which ones would you say that you love?
Guy with a nice back, arms, balls and willies, they're horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it depends on the person. I think everyone has their own.
Would you ever date a guy with like small hands and small feet?
Yeah? I mean, if it was the right guy, it wouldn't make a difference.
Aside from like hair and all that stuff, like any specific part?
Feet maybe.
Feet freak me out a little bit on anyone.
Yeah.
Like I don't really want to see people. But
Like hairy chest.
Don't like.
No, like it's just a bit much. Like if you've got like a really bushy chest, like it's just a bit like.
when it like goes down to
Yeah.
belly as well.
Why? I thought the feet were amazing.
No, men's feet are hairy, massive, like they're really long and big and ugly.
You wouldn't like lick the feet?
No, never.
I don't hate anything, but I don't like unibrows.
Eyebrows.
Eyebrows, yeah.
Monobrow.
Yeah.
I'll say like long fingernails.
Yeah, definitely long nails.
What if it's like a six pack?
Some people like six packs. I like the dad bod. You gotta know your audience when you take that shirt off.
Big toe and little toe is a bit yucky.
Because you get the little toe hairs coming out of the big toe and you're kind of like, oh.
What if it's a waxed unibrow?
I'd have to think about that really deeply.
I just don't like feet in general.
What's wrong with feet?
I find them disgusting. I think feet as well, probably.
You wouldn't like lick the feet?
No, not a chance.
Would you date a guy with like small hands and small feet?
I was.
Actually, no. Yeah, but I prefer personality, like, to be honest.
Not at all. For me, it's all about personality completely.
What if he's short, overweight?
Oh no, that doesn't matter.
Do you think that body parts play an important role in dating in general, or?
Yeah, sometimes I guess if you're dating a guy and you'll find some part of this guy gross or whatever, that could like change your mind.
I think initially, looks as a kind of a general category play a big part in the beginning when you don't know someone.
I think the first date is you start analyzing the person, watching a little bit of like the physical part. It does play for like the first sight, but then eventually you just focus more like on the inner side of the person, I would say.
But the moment personality and charisma and kind of that sex appeal comes through, I think it's more the package rather than, and by that I mean like the whole guy.
I mean, I think you definitely have to have a sexual connection with someone, otherwise it's not going to work, because for me they have to be an all-rounder, so...
Definitely not. I think personality is key. So if they have the personality, then what type of tummy they have is not going to matter at all. Or body altogether won't matter.
No, personality does. Yeah, 100%.
What if he's like 5 foot and overweight but really kind?
I went out with someone shorter than me once, so which isn't that difficult because I'm 5'8".
Yeah, I do think it is, because when you first start dating someone, you are actually quite shallow. You're judging everyone by their appearance to see to get to know if that is something that you like the look of.
I mean, yeah.
Not as important as all the other things.
Personality, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, because it's about preference. Depends what you like.
What about if you had like thin legs, thin arms?
To be honest, like I think, and this is going to sound cheesy, but I think it goes, if the personality and the chemistry is right, it doesn't really matter.
I think that would be alright, yes. Well, I mean, tall, dark and handsome is fine. I think it'd be more weird if they're really buffed up on the top end and then they have super chicken legs.
The other things are more important than your physical appearance, so I'd look, it wouldn't bother me.
It depends, entirely
I
on the
actually
guy.
find it cute sometimes. So when they're too muscly, I just always get the impression that they're a bit full of themselves and a bit too vain. It puts me off.
Each to their own. Like sometimes it depends. It suits some people. The way some people are, it suits them, doesn't it?
I mean, I don't know, they say that if you have small hands and small feet, then something else is small, but I don't know if I agree with that. So yeah, that definitely doesn't come to my mind when I talk to someone.
I went out with someone who was really skinny,
but like I don't know, like it didn't really bother me because it was more like about personality.
Not too thick, not too thin.
Yeah.
If like the upper body is really muscular and then skinny legs.
Yeah.
What about like thin arms and thin legs?
I guess it's not bad as long as it's proportional, but if like a guy's, I don't know, normal on top and has like super tiny legs, super skinny legs,
Yeah.
I might be like, oh, like what's up with you?
No, I don't think so. No.
I don't know, it depends. I'd like the guy to have masculine hands, I think. Yeah, I don't really care. The size doesn't matter.
What about like small hands and small feet? Like in terms of size, is that bad?
That looks kind of weird as well.
I don't really mind that. Small handful